Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining. I've got 8:02 Central Time, 9:02 Eastern Time. I appreciate you all jumping on. So we have a few updates. Um, oh, it says PM. Yeah, no, not in the evening, although I am a night owl, Joni, so that might have just been accidental error there. Um, We have a couple of updates that I'll be turning things over for other folks to share today. And Michelle is showing up as D. Okay, okay. I will see what I can do here once I turn things over. I may need to fix that next time, D. Thanks, Val.
You don't have to do it right now. I just wanted you to know it wasn't D, it was me. And it
Thank
was great
you.
meeting you in person, Sarah.
You too. You too. I was feeling better, Val, and I came home and they were all sick, and now I'm sick again. So
Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry.
I know, right? I'm eating my oranges, I'm taking my vitamins, and it's just been a rough year. My grandkids are all homesick with the stomach flu, so I'm glad I don't have that. And I'm praying for them to get over it very quickly.
Capcom,
Um,
Capcom's hard.
yeah, it is. And they go to school and then they get something else.
Oh,
But we do have a guest with us today since I've not been 100%. Like I say, I've got a few people that'll be speaking and providing updates. I would like to welcome Kai Yarling. Kai is going to be our Region 3 PAC chair. So Kai graciously accepted the nomination after Mike resigned from that specific position. We did receive some updates at Capitol Conference, and they are working very hard to streamline all of the reports to get us back to the visibility we had a few years ago with PAC and then also with National. So Kathy Cooper is actually leading that charge with National. So um, getting PAC realigned and reestablishing that clear line of communication and visibility is coming soon. And thank you, Kai, for accepting the nomination. Um, with that, I do have a guest speaker today, Lou Reginelli. Lou is past president of NABIP Illinois, and we did provide to Lou a fun gift last year for his 30-year membership with NABIP. So I thought, who better than to talk about the next topic? I've been getting a lot of questions, and I had the questions myself, to be honest, about the NABIP family tree, for lack of a better term. We have a lot of working groups, um, and then we have various positions that are coming open for um, the elections. So we will have some contested races, it looks like, when we go to annual convention in June. And so what I've asked Lou to do is just to do a basic overview of the NABIP family tree, if you will. If you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat, or you can unmute and ask Lou as we go along. And with that, I'm going to stop talking and switch things over here to Lou. Welcome, Lou.
Thanks, Sarah. Good morning, Region 3 leaders. I appreciate the opportunity to address you this morning. Uh, yes, there has been some chaos, for lack of a better word, on the national level. And what Sarah asked me to do is put together an organizational structure overview for you to use in your chapters to explain to your new leaders what's going on, who's in charge, what they do, how they do it. And so that's what we did. I kind of started it, and I have to be very honest. Sarah and her great communication skills put this program together. So thank you, Sarah, for all your help on this. So um, the National Board of Trustees, they govern the association, and they're supported by the executive committee and 8 regional vice presidents. Our House of Delegates that are that convene at the national convention represent the entire membership, and they elect our national board of trustees and also approve bylaws and policy changes. And they represent all the chapters and our members across the country. Our staff is hired by our CEO and also approved by our board of trustees. And we have a number of key council committees and working groups that do a ton of work and also work with staff to do that work. But what makes this a really unique situation is the volunteers do a lot of the work. So if you can move to the next screen. The first committee, and we have many of them, is called the Membership Recognition Committee. This is pretty much the old awards committee. We recognize outstanding achievements in sales, service, and volunteerism, and we give out awards and recognize those people. It is outstanding, and everybody wants to be recognized in front of their peers. And it's a very, very good committee. And also, it sets up blueprints through our awards criteria for chapters to use to run a smooth and effective chapter. So please go to the website and look at that. Our Leadership Development Committee is something that is very important, and it's kind of like behind the scenes that most people don't know about. The Leadership Committee puts together programs, they put together ideas to help all leaders fulfill their responsibilities. And it's very difficult to do some of the things that this committee does. And they do it very, very well. And they try to do it in a personal manner to where they take whatever issues that the membership has and the leadership has and put together tools and resources for all of you to use to get your responsibilities completed in the quickest and most efficient manner. And they have been doing it for years. And they put together the mentor program, the leadership academy, and they do a phenomenal job. So please check them out. Obviously, what I was told many years ago is the Ledge Council is the glamour council. Everybody wants to be part of Ledge, but it's not as easy as it looks. Ledge does a tremendous job of advocating on our behalf, and they have many different arms as part of the Legislative Council. Not only does the chair and the vice chair and the 8 regional chairs work extremely hard to advocate on our behalf, they also have working groups. And these working groups put together ideas, think tanks, and white papers for the membership to use when they go and talk to their legislators. And they also help our staff when they're on the Hill. So it is a very important job, and our volunteers do a lot of the work, and they should be congratulated and thanked for it. Here's some of the things that they do. They partner with the staff to respond to agencies, propose rules via writing comments and letters, meeting with Congress, and then meeting with third party, including think tanks, congressional commissions, and members of the media. And sometimes the members of the media are the toughest to deal with. Regional legislative groups, these are put together by the regional legislative chair, I should say, regional vice presidents and the national committee. They work with state legislative chairs. They identify priorities, concerns, opportunities, and also legislative and regulatory updates at the federal level for everyone. I'm with you, Dee. Goals are interesting when it comes to Ledge Council. Leading Producer Roundtable. This is one of the value-added benefits that NABIP has. This is a committee that basically recognizes insurance producers whose skill and experience have placed them among the top in their field. And you know, the master classes that they have produced over the last couple of years have been outstanding, and I hope that you will all take a look at those and try to qualify them for this specific recognition. Diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, DEI&B. I think Val Kramer is probably better suited to talk on this. She has been a proponent of this committee for years and has been on this committee for years, and she's done a tremendous job. But basically, it's to make everyone in our association feel welcome. It is to make sure that they are not excluded from anything, and they are part of the chapter and part of our membership. And it is a very important committee. Membership Council. This is where we put together tools, resources for chapters to use to grow the membership and keep our current members in the fold. They do a phenomenal job. They work together with all the national committees to develop sound strategies to show the value of membership and grow the association. Outstanding work. And Susie Alberts, Val Kramer, and many others have done tremendous work from Region 3 on this committee. Nominations and Election Committee. I'm very familiar with this. Being the state past president of Illinois, I am part of the Nominations Committee. This is a very important committee that sometimes goes unseen. It is to make sure that there is a process and a structure to all elections. Most of us never have to worry about elections. We're just trying to hope to get people to volunteer and be in positions. But as you see on the national level and in many areas of our country, there are people that are going to be challenging people because they believe that their way of doing things is better than what the current status is. And when you do that, you must put in a policy and procedure and a structure to make sure that everything is fair and above board. And this committee does that work. Marketing communications. This is where we get all the information out to the membership, either through national exposure or from state and local chapters. It is unbelievably important. This committee will work to consistently have templates, presentations available and updated for chapters' best practices, individuals to use for educating their clients, and committee groups. It is an unbelievable chapter, and they do phenomenal work. Professional Development Council. This is the place where everybody goes to pursue knowledge, educational opportunities, compliance, webinars, programs. This is where it all happens. These people have been doing it for years. They make us the most educated group of people in our industry, and they do a great job. HUPAC, or as now it's done, the PAC, NABIP Political Action Committee. I think Kathy Cooper would be a better person to talk about this committee, but this is where you say you put your money where your mouth is. The money that we raise goes to legislators that see things the way we see them, and we want to make sure that we have candidates that believe in private sector solutions for healthcare and financial security for all Americans. They do a phenomenal work on this issue. NABIP Foundation. It used to be called the NABIP Education Foundation. This is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that helps the public stay informed about public and private health insurance options available to them. And they do a very nice job of it. It is mostly the foundation also assists those needing coverage who may be eligible for public programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and children's health insurance programs. Please check them out. Here is your current board of trustees. And as you could see on the last three, you have legislative, membership, and professional development council chairs. These three do phenomenal work and have a right to be on the National Board of Trustees as a voting member. But this is a very esteemed group, and they work very hard on our behalf. This is the map of the association, and we have 8 regions, ranging from 1 to 8. And as you can see, we are right almost dab in the middle as Region 3, where Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and of course, those people, lovely people in West Virginia. Delta Force is something new that came up with Eric Kohlsdorf here. And the purpose of the Delta Force is to help NABIP shape the future of healthcare by identifying, researching, and exploring solutions through legislative regulatory partnerships and collaborations that embody the NABIP Healthcare Consumer Bill of Rights in its 10 articles. It is an outstanding group, and they do phenomenal work. The Code of Ethics. This was something that was brought up during my year many, many years ago. It is something that we should aspire to, and it holds some great, great things. Please review these things. It is something that we should all aspire to, and every member should aspire to. Our convention is going to be at Atlantic City, June 27th through the 30th. It'll be, I believe, is at Harrah's, if I remember correctly, Hotel and Casino. That's where a number of the elections will be held and policy and procedures will be voted on. So please, I hope you will attend the convention. And the last thing I have on this is this. The owners, and this is a business, no matter how you look at this, it is a business. And the owners of this business are us, the members. We elect the board of trustees. We expect them to make decisions on our behalf that better us. And I've heard for a number of years that we need to change the system. Okay. Well, you're going to have a chance over the next 2 years to do that. Just do that. You have right now 3 board of trustees, executive committee positions up for grabs: secretary, treasurer, and president-elect. You have 4 regional vice presidents, 1, 3, 5, and 7, or I should say 2, 4, 6, and 8. I apologize, that are going to be up for election. So 7 new people will be on the board next year, plus the 3 new chairs for ledge, membership, and professional development. The following year, you will have the secretary up for election. You will have 3 new legislative committee chairs, legislative membership, and professional development council chairs. And also regions 1, 3, 5, and 7 will be up for election. So over the next 2 years, the membership will have an opportunity to change what they want to change. So I urge you to attend the national convention, be part of the solution, and make a difference. I'll answer any questions at this time. Either I put people to sleep.
This was great, Lou. Thank you for joining us and walking us through this presentation. I did put a link to the presentation in the chat for anyone that would like to use those slides. Yes, you can use the PowerPoint for locals. And with the template of the slides I sent over to you guys in the chat, you should be able to edit it as well. So if you wanted to add a slide or move them around in different order, you can certainly do that as well.
Susie, you
Great
had
questions.
questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that you are 100% right, that if people don't like what's going on, then they need to take action. I mean, it's, I feel like sometimes we have created a situation with people where they want us to spoon feed them, but then they want to spit it back out and not read it. So we all as members, not everybody will go and vote. Obviously, we send delegates from our chapters who, go to represent us as the membership. But people have a responsibility also to communicate their feelings and their thoughts about the candidates, to get involved. It's like any political election. It's like people, we have as American citizens a responsibility to be part of the process, and people need to understand that, you know, they need to be part of the process if they want things to change. So I agree. I may be putting words into your mouth. Maybe I was hearing what I wanted to hear, but you know, people need to be part of the process, because you're right. We are going to turn over almost the entire board in the next couple of years, the board of trustees.
That's true, very true. And this churn happens on a regular basis. So you're always having new people. There's term limits. So, like for instance, the Region 3 position I'm in at the moment, as Lou stated, it's every 2 years comes up for election, but the term limit is 4 years. So that's why Kathy Cooper stepped away, but she had created some succession planning and talked to a lot of interested parties, as I have as well, um, just to, plant the seeds and have people consider taking on some of these positions. So always available for questions. Lou's available. Susie, all of us are in leadership to help answer those. But I did want to, just put together a nice little overview, and I appreciate Lou walking through all of that with us and for being a member for over 30 years now. So, all right. Well, thank you, Lou. If any questions come up, I can share Lou's information in the follow-up email. All right. I'm going to do a quick share here. At annual convention, we received some updates during town hall. And without diving too deep into that at the moment, I wanted to show you on nabip.org, there's actually a listing for town hall this month. In fact, it will be tomorrow. So the normal president's pit stop with Susan Ryder has been transitioned into a town hall with NABIP leadership. So you're going to have the executive committee live on this call, along with key staff like Brooke Wilson, who is now interim lead for all things operational at NABIP. She knows what she's doing. She's been here for years. Most of us already know and love her and have that level of trust. The second senior leader is Trace Hall. He's newer. However, he is brilliant when it comes to finances. He is working diligently through the finances and has been providing clear, transparent reporting. He will be sharing that again tomorrow during the town hall. And I believe that's been something that's been lacking over the last several years. So we are looking for that. People want to know, where's my money? Where's it going? Where are the dues going? And how are things being allocated? So Trace will be doing an overview on that. The Board of Trustees, I am, as your Region 3 elected vice president, a part of the Board of Trustees. I am a voting member on the national board. However, the executive committee, those folks are the ones that are leading us, leading our charge. So again, it's always nice to have them. And they're all volunteers. We're all volunteers. We don't get compensated for our time. And as Lou and Susie said, it's get involved, plan it, decide and say, I really want to make an impact. I have X amount of time, talk through with one of us as the leaders to see if what you have in mind makes sense for the time that you're able to allocate and volunteer with NABIP. So we appreciate you all. We know you're volunteering now, or you wouldn't be on this call. So we appreciate you. But I would encourage you to share and also attend, even if you did come to National CapCon there may be some updates. So I'm gonna put that link in the chat, but do direct everyone if you have a communication that's going out today, because this will occur tomorrow afternoon. I would encourage everyone to attend, and I think that's going to help answer a lot of questions for our members. I'm going to go back over here. I had a request last time to help with newsletter and communications, and that's my hat that I've worn for over 11 years. So I made a Canva newsletter template. There is a draft link. If someone could try opening it, make sure it works for you. You should, again, just like Lou's presentation, be able to edit it, take pages out, put pages in. This is the one we used in Illinois as our follow-up for our March newsletter, but there are several pages in there, like the Linda Erlenbach Award, call for folks to step up and volunteer for various positions. So you're going to see the NABIP Illinois reference. But again, as a template, what you can do is you can delete the things that don't apply to you and your group. You can replace it with your logo if you'd like, or just simply delete that logo. If you don't have yours uploaded, you're not sure how to do that. Baby steps, right? It does not have to be perfect. But what I will do with this request is every month I will work on providing at this meeting a link to the newsletter that we put together in Illinois, and then you can do with it as you must. Robert said he opened it and it worked. Okay, great. So now we're going to jump over here and see what's going on. I've been talking again. I need a break. So do we have someone from Indiana that would like to provide an update? Kentucky. West Virginia. And yes, we have a West Virginia chapter now. Brooke gave us the good news. So we will get our new leader on here to join us hopefully next time. Michigan.
So I don't know
Yeah.
if it's Val Kramer. I mean, I can just give a brief update. We have our Ledge Day, our state Ledge Day coming up next week. We have a cocktail hour on Wednesday evening, and then visits on the at the Capitol on Thursday, and then we also have our NABIP, which I don't ask me what it stands for, but it's our benefits expo coming up in May. So those are just a couple things we're working on. We had a gala that was very successful last month.
That's fun. Yes, I came to the gala. You guys did a phenomenal job, and I was so proud of all of you. I said I got to go to this. I know I knew over 60%, I think, of the folks that were nominated, so that was very exciting, and
Thank
appreciate
you.
you guys putting together that program. It's something to think about. I think a lot of us in our chapters we go, what do we do with January? Everybody, it's kind of like fourth quarter hangover, so do something fun. I love that you guys put together a gala. Do something fun. In Illinois, we have towards it's the third Thursday typically of the month in Illinois for January. We do a virtual leadership conference trying to help everyone reset with NABIP. But I love the idea of having a fun get together. So that was wonderful. Any other updates from Michigan?
That's it.
Ohio.
This is the real D. McFarland.
D. McFarland official.
Yeah,
The
so
official,
you
the
say,
official.
so you say.
The blue verified.
You guys are scaring me.
I shared the invite with her many moons ago after I had logged into it, and so I think she just needs to start from scratch. But so Ohio, we're working on things. We're very busy. I feel like I'm busier with NABIP than my actual job right now. We have and I'm sorry, my GPS is gonna talk because I'm driving. We have a tentative date set for Day at the State House and annual meeting, which we have not had in a couple of years due to due to many reasons. We also have our bylaws and PMP committee reconvening to update those items. We are working on a way to try to make it easier to get people into the state chairs and onto the state board, because right now we have some limitations in our PMP that it has to be a past chapter president to serve. So it's very limited. We also are still working on the website, the domain, and the socials. I think I've finally just given in that we're going to lose our old domain and and then we're going to lose our old sites because we're just going to start from scratch because it's too hard to try to get a hold of, to get them to release like the domain and the other social sites to us. So that's where we are in Ohio. We have, our chapters are very active right now. We've got expos and Medicare meetings with Columbus and Cleveland. Toledo is active again, so that's good. So we've got 4 local chapters and then plus the state that are all doing pretty well. So we're excited. We're looking forward to the future.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dee. Any other updates from Ohio? All right. Again, West Virginia, we'll invite, we do have a brand new chapter. Very excited, and I'll get them plugged in with us next month. In Illinois, you have a copy of our our newsletter and all things coming. Our day on the Hill for Illinois will be in April. So that's nice for us. We typically had ours right away when we got back to our home state after CapCon, along with an expo in Central Illinois. So we're breathing now, and it gives us about a month and a half to get everything together before we go to our Day on the Hill stateside. So we're actually liking that. The feedback to our lobbyists has been we've liked that, because to Dee's point, yes, we're all volunteers and we do have regular jobs. So that gives us a chance to catch up after CapCon and get things realigned. You do have the talking points in the newsletter link that I get to you. And yes, I'll put all of this in a wrap-up email, because I know we have some folks that are not on the call. And then we'll go from there. So Region 3 committee reports. Mike Deagle is our LPRT chair. He's unable to attend today due to a conflicting meeting. But he did state that he does not have any current updates. They're going to all get together at the national level at the end of March. So he should have an update for us in April. Robert Slayton, PD, our main moneymaker for NABIP. What's going on with professional development, Robert?
Just reaching out to all the professional development chairs in each of the states. I don't like holding meetings, so I like to just chat with them directly and just assist them in whatever they need. I reached out in January. I need to reach back out to those who haven't responded yet. So that's where it is.
Okay, perfect. I know there's a lot coming at the national level. That's what Nedra keeps telling us. So do you have any tidbits for us?
Oh, Lord, that's a good question. Hold on. Let me look at my notes. That would be helpful, right?
Well, there's a new certification option.
Yeah, so there's, let's see. Oh, that's different.
Fiduciary something is all I remember.
Yeah, no, I'm looking. I have a couple of different things.
Isn't it like fiduciary responsibility? responsibility and integrity?
If you have the impact report, the latest impact report, there's a great breakout of professional development and education and all the different new and existing certifications that they're advertising.
Okay, sorry about that. So
I
I'll have to look
do.
at it.
I do. I'll have to pull that open here. And yeah, I will send that out to everyone as well. National's already provided a link, but I'll make sure I put that in our recap as well. But there is a new certification that just launched, and I know there's more items coming, so we'll get back to you with an outline there. But PD at the national level for NABIP, that's the driving force behind funding our budget at the national level. So thank you, Robert, and to everyone that contributes with PD. Again, if you have questions, you can reach out to Robert, and he'll help guide you if you ever need a speaker. Robert's also a phenomenal speaker, podcaster, author, all the things, agency owner, and a great resource. All right. Membership, Susie.
Hey, I'm having some audio problems. I don't know if you can hear me echoing.
Not right now, I can't.
Okay, well, it's echoing here in my office, which is driving me crazy. But
Oh,
anyway, so I want to start off with the good news that we have a Region 3 representation for the top 3 NABIP ambassadors. Amanda Bruton, as of this is as of January, the end of January. I don't have the February reports yet. So Amanda Bruton is leading the ambassadors, which is the recruiting of new members. Lisa Maxwell is only one person behind, one recruit behind. And then Illinois' own TJ Bullock, who was on this call, is in third place nationally for recruiting new members. So we are very well represented in the new member category. Unfortunately, the bad news is, and I think this is pretty much nationwide, that we are still down in membership. And the region ended, the end of January was 1,697 members. That's down 117 members from May 1st of last year when the game contest began. So we have some work to do. One of the things I would ask, and I know we don't have a lot of state presidents other than Dee on the call, but when I have my membership calls, I am getting very little participation from at the state level. So I've got to reach out to all these state presidents, and because it's a grassroots effort. So and that's on me. I need to reach out to them and kind of reinvigorate. I know after at Capitol Conference, I was personally reinvigorated and realized, we still have a lot of importance as an organization and a lot of work to do. And that's a message we need to communicate to our members is we are still out there fighting the fight on behalf of our membership, and we need for them to join us. So it's a message that we need to get out. I know there's been a lot of chaos, but we still are very strong at the local and state level, and we just need to keep moving forward. Does anybody have any questions for me? Sarah, I think you're muted.
so what's the tagline you and Val were talking about? I'm gonna
Oh,
put
that's right.
our little video.
Val sent me a text and I wrote it down. So March called Ask One, Add One. And Sarah helped us make a cute video that I think it looks like she's going to play right now.
I did, yes. And there will be a more official version coming out from the national level, but we were short on time for our regional meetings with everything going on at Capitol Conference. So we wanted to make a video to share with everyone in our follow-up, which it was in the follow-up email, and I'll be happy to share again.
Are you going to roll it?
Yes, I'm gonna try, make sure my audio is working here.
You kind of get the
I love,
idea.
I love it.
Ask one, add one. So there's a toolkit that's going to be coming out. So be watching for that. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. And I stated earlier, Kai will be our touchstone for Region 3 PAC, but he has just accepted this nomination and position and was unable to attend CapCon. But information is forthcoming for Kai, so I don't expect you to have a presentation or anything to share as of yet, Kai. But what's the best way for folks to get a hold of you?
Sorry, I was trying to get unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Okay.
hear you.
Yeah, my email is just simply my name, KY, and KY dot Yarling at gmail.com. And I'll be happy to share my personal cell as well. It's 812-701-0172.
Thank you, Kai.
And you're right. I wish I was able to provide a good PAC report, but I know I certainly believe in goals, and I think that's one of the things that's helped us in our South Central chapter to succeed as much as we have. And uh, I know my gut feeling is I would like for Region 3 to be able to eventually say that, we have the greatest number of PAC contributors as far as percentage goes in all the regions. So it takes some work.
Yeah,
It takes some work, but like somebody said earlier, we've got to put our money where our mouth is.
right. I can tell you in our 2025 wrap-up report from National, in Region 3, we have 161 PAC contributors. Susie, how many members do we have in Region 3?
Right now, Region
Approximately.
3 has 1,697. So let's call it 1,600.
So what's that, 1%?
How many members?
1,700.
Then we have
Okay.
161 people in Region
Yep.
3 currently
So-
donating to PAC.
Sounds like 9 or 10% to me.
It's like
Yep.
10%.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, that gives us a foundation to work from, and it takes one person can't do it. It takes kind of a combined effort of all the chapters, to really get on board and help promote it and continually have in front of your membership the value, and the necessity for the PAC contributions. So,
And we do know some people did fall off temporarily from PAC contributions. Sorry, again. The reporting and everything that Kathy Cooper is working on streamlining for us from National to show the clarity and transparency of where our dollars are going, I believe has impacted the number of people giving and the amount people are giving. So once we have that detailed information that we can share with our members, I believe those numbers have nowhere to go but up. And I'm excited to have Kai representing us for Region 3.
And Sarah, if I can just add, I do host a national new member orientation call every month. And typically we may have maybe 10 to 15 new members on that call. But Kai, I do want to let you know that we do talk about the pack. We do talk about Operation Shouts and that we want our new members to get involved right away. My dollar doesn't go very far, but when I add my dollar to everybody else's dollar out there, we make a difference. So, welcome to the team. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. If you want to send me invitations about that
Oh,
new member, new
yeah.
member call, I may be interested in kind of helping you out on that.
Yeah, it is out on NABIP's website, right on the front page under events. You can register right from the link. Oh, and then Sarah, of course, is so great and puts it out there in the chat. Thank you, Sarah.
And what's it
You're
called? The new
welcome.
member?
Yeah, new member orientation.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Yeah, and again, that's all available. If you go to nabip.org and just scroll down a touch, you'll see the rolling calendar for the next couple of months. And that is a regular reoccurring opportunity that I hope we can all be sharing with our new members. I know National does send this out, but again, when you have something new coming to your inbox, a lot of times, it gets lost in cyberspace. So it's always good to invite them twice, I say, just to make sure that they got the information there. All right. Any legislative updates? Well, we just had our Capitol conference. End of year impact report is out, and we did receive that you'll see in the Illinois newsletter. The talking points I uploaded there as well to make it easy for everyone to share. So we have our talking points here, and just a preliminary count. We had, as a group, 364 congressional meetings, 669 attendees at Capitol Conference. 40 of our states were represented at Capitol Conference, and 97% of our meetings were confirmed. Something that really helped us with that, I believe, is the investment that National and our legislative committee had worked together to suggest is an app. So we had an app, and those that have gone in the past, you spend a lot of time trying to herd cats if you're the team leader for your state or your area, trying to coordinate meetings, get confirmations, know who's going to which office. This app does that for us. It was an investment, I believe, of around $14,000. Again, the math is not mathing with my head cold right now, so Val, correct me if I'm wrong. But NABIP did typically have an app prior to this year. It was just a general event map app, if you will, so that, it told you what room different breakout sessions were in and things like that. So that full 14,000 is not new. We were replacing an app that really wasn't what we needed for this particular event. And I believe that this advocacy associates app that we used for Capitol Conference was very successful. We did hold a lot of meetings for folks that were attending. So there was a bit of a learning curve getting this app for everybody. And, I felt like it was a success. I mean, others unmute and chime in how you felt about the experience.
I was just going to say, Sarah, you're absolutely correct. It was only 14,000. It did replace the other apps that we've had and had all this additional capability. And we had 2 people on site that was included, so that if anybody was having, any issues with it, they could get their questions answered and learn how to move around the app. So I really appreciated it.
I did too. And like you say, they go in the extra mile in having people there to help troubleshoot. So we don't have to be the experts Because I don't know about you, but I usually go to my adult kids and I go, this isn't working. Help me figure this out. And they weren't with me in DC. So it was nice to have those folks. The talking points are also in the Illinois newsletter template for you to use however you'd like. We did distribute these booklets as a leave behind, or I should say these flyers. It was a 2-page flyer. So the 2-page flyer was the leave behind. And then I included the additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages that goes into a little bit more detail about each of our talking points. So that way, if you're not familiar with one topic or you were curious as to NABIP's standpoint, the legislative committee and NABIP staff put all that together just so you have some background in it as well, which was great.
Sarah,
Yeah.
the background was amazing. We've never had that level of information provided to us in the past. I mean, we've always been kind of on our own to be in the meetings when they explain the talking points and take our own notes, but this way people could actually delve into it and study it and understand before we got there. So I thought it was wonderful that they did that.
I agree, absolutely. And again, it helps. Sometimes I've received talking points and I'm like, I don't know that I would have put it that way. But then if they're giving you the background for, what the legislative committee or working group had, what their line, it gives you a line of sight, right, into their thoughts. And then after reading some of this background, I go, oh, okay, well, that makes sense why they worded something a certain way versus another. So I felt like it was a very successful year. We obviously had a lot of changes at the national level. However, change isn't always a bad thing. We're going through a reset. We've seen a lot of us go through that with our various chapters over the years, and I'm excited. I have nothing but I feel nothing but positive about the future of NABIP. So we're going to continue to move forward. Um, and we're going to have a partnership at Medicarians and also Benefits Pro Expo. So Medicarians is in Vegas. It occurs right before Benefits Pro Expo. In the NABIP Illinois newsletter, though, we have the promotion for Benefits Pro Expo because our team in Illinois, TJ's on the call, we're the point people since it's coming to our town to help support the NABIP table. So with this partnership, what it does is it allows NABIP to host several breakout sessions and a PD certification opportunity. So this year, the professional development certification that will be offered at the expo is going to be on April 28th from 9 a.m. to noon Central Time. It's called the Account-Based Health Plans. We've had a lot of questions about ICHRA. However, I strongly felt like this particular program versus our ICHRA certification gave a broader approach to other solutions besides ICHRA. ICHRA has got a little bit of traction in Illinois. I know some other states have really been able to run with it. And but after talking with TJ, having a more well-rounded approach because we're going to see a lot more opportunity in certain markets with some of these other solutions. I know I've been using a lot of HRAs and MERPs, things of that nature. So it's $246.40 as a NABIP member. You are required, that is on top of your Benefits Pro Expo ticket registration. NABIP members are eligible for 15% off. So you got to use NABIP 15 when you check out. NABIP 15 when you check out to purchase that ticket. So in order to go to the certification class, you do have to have a ticket for the actual expo itself. But TJ and I will be there with bells on. I believe Val's coming as well. We'll be helping to support our staff at the NABIP table. With the budget reset, we do have to be cognizant at the national level of our budget and how many people we're sending. So we're going to be asking for more local support when we have events like this for volunteers to come and assist. All right, 4 minutes left. I know I've been talking a lot. Do I have any other committee chairs that would like to give an update? All right, TJ, in 3 minutes, can you tell us a little bit about what you have set up for Region 3 in August?
Yes, I sure can. We're going to hopefully sign the contract today. It's going to be at a place that, we'll be able to meet together. And then right after, we'll have the whole floor. We'll have bowling, bocce ball, a bar, pool tables, just stuff we can hang out and have a lot of fun. So we want to do that. We're hoping to may have a big turnout for this. So stay tuned. I should have the date and everything locked down. We got some speakers in the queue that are, top rated speakers, A-listers, you might say. So I think that's going to be good. So I'm excited about this. And like I mentioned in DC, I really want to blow this thing out. So leaning on everyone's help to bring people. What was it? Bring one, come one, bring one or more. Something like that.
Ask
Something like that.
ask one, add one.
Ask one,
Yeah,
add
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Ask
So-
one, add one, and bring one.
Yeah. Bring one.
Yes.
At least one.
So thank you. Thank you for spearheading this for us, TJ. And we look forward to having the date and the agenda for everyone to take a look at. TJ and I did also talk a little bit about potential breakout sessions. So NABIP Illinois will be hosting their annual state symposium alongside this event. So there will be some breakout sessions for specific trainings that we've talked about, but more information to come. Thank you so much.
Where's
Anyone
that at
else?
in August?
It's going to we're locking it down, but it's very likely going to be in Oak Brook, a little bit outside of Chicago.
Okay.
We're getting a hotel deal. There's a hotel right there. So there's a big shopping mall there, a lot of restaurants. So, if you come in for the evening or whatever, it's a cool location. Convenient off the highways, not far from the airport. So whether you're flying in or driving in, I think it's going to be a great spot.
Do we have the date so we can hold it in our calendar?
I'm locking it down today. It's going to be August 20th-ish. But I don't want to commit 100% to that date. I will know by the end of today.
Great. Well, I'll wait to send out the recap for when we have that confirmed date. So I'll include that in our recap. And again, thank you, TJ, for spearheading that for us.
Is this in lieu of what we had heard earlier on about an event being held in Indianapolis?
That's correct. That's correct. So I am talking to Indianapolis about hosting in 2027 instead. The dates just simply were not aligning, and the coordinator over there had to step away. So Illinois stepped up and said, hey, we'll do this. Come on over. We'll have some fun. And we'll learn something at the same time. So yes, and we're inviting everybody. So, I know budget-wise, a lot of boards will, of course, send the appropriate leaders, but everyone is invited to attend that's interested in attending. And like I say, there will be something for everyone there with the state symposium also going on in conjunction with this event. So with that, I thank everyone for their time. And I look forward to chatting with you guys soon. I'll send out the wrap up probably in the next day or so once we get TJ gets the contract signed, and I'll share that information. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Sarah. Have a great day. Feel better.